Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, The Spiritual Justice. I'm Goddess Quita, or you can call me Quita. Either one would do. I answer to both. Um, this is a quick message I would like to put out because the Most High God led me. The First of all, I just want to say I thank everyone that watches my channel and the people in the spiritual realm. I see you. My gifts have elevated so I can see faces better. I always could see faces in the spiritual realm, but I couldn't see those who actually were on my side. And now I can see you guys and I know you names and faces. So I just want to say thank you very much. It's not many of y'all, but it's power in small numbers because of the power within the people. You get what I'm saying? If you get me, you get me. If you don't, then the message ain't for you. But this message is about someone's enemies. And I'm not saying putting out this message so people can feel good that their enemies are down or feel good, because everybody's people at the end of the day and everybody is human. But these particular enemies of yours came against you, use your creativity, your creative ideas, and we're inspired by you, but won't mention your name, or won't mention nothing, won't even say thank you or nothing. So they watch you and they're inspired by you, and they copy and they do all sorts of things, and God sees that. So what the Most High God is saying is that he it's a lot of things that people were wishing on other people. That's why you got to be careful when you put out negative energy at work, especially if it's not like return back to sender is protecting yourself. If it's not something that you're protecting yourself and you're just trying to, gain wisdom and knowledge to, move on to the next level in a prosperous, in a way that doesn't hurt people, then I don't understand what people expect when you put out stuff for somebody to have cancer, and then you end up with cancer. What did you think? When you trying to kill somebody else's child, then your child dies. When do you stop and say, hey, maybe the problem is me. Maybe I need to stop putting out this energy. Because at the end of the day, this energy that people project onto other people, and it's negative energy. It's not for the greater good of all. What do you think? God don't see you? What do you think, that his people are perishing for the lack of knowledge? No, they're not perishing for the lack of knowledge. And I'm not happy about nobody's enemies getting sick or anything like that. But when are you going to learn your lesson? You're learning hard lessons. If you stop putting out for someone to have cancer, maybe you won't have cancer. If you stop putting out for people to get HIV, maybe you won't have AIDS. So stop projecting your issue on other people, and really clean up and sweep around your own front door. Because a lot of people out here, well, not a lot, it's a few people out here that do live like this. And God showed me that certain particular enemies that was wishing these diseases and stuff on other people, their kids are the one that's dying, and they're the one that have the diseases. They're the one that have the HIV. They're the ones that had the AIDS. So you have to be very careful with the energy that you put out, because just because you can fool the masses, and just because you can do a confusion spell, God see all and know all what you've done. God sees it and knows it. So I don't understand how, if you're getting all this backlash in your life, how you're not understanding that what you're doing is a problem, because what you're doing is not for the greater good at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially if someone's done nothing to you, God is just using them. Not even God, yourself is reflecting off of this person, because you're not stepping up and healing. You're not doing your work. Instead of taking your punishment, or whatever you want to call it, your karma, you continue to project out, and the more you project out is the more karma you build up. So I don't understand how people don't understand this, because I treat others as I wish to be treated, and then after you treat me a certain way, I treat you as you wish to be treated. And that's the same thing. Like, I'll let you hurt me for a little bit. Maybe you need to learn a lesson. I'll take that. But after then, I'm returning back to sender. And that's your energy. You got to deal with that. So I know my collective have been really learning and growing, and really learning how to do this energetic work properly. so that for the greater good of all, and they're returning back to sender. So all this stuff you're projecting onto my soul tribe, onto my people, are coming back to you guys. People ended up with HIV, people who had HIV ended up with AIDS. People wishing cancer on people, their kids are dying of cancer, and you need to stop. You need to stop, and it's not us that's doing it. We're just returning your energy. We don't. That's not energy we vibrate in. We vibrate in high energy, and just because you can't vibrate as high as us, you want to project onto us and try to pull us back down to your level. But God said no more. That's what the book of Revelations is about. It's teaching us how to defend ourselves against Luciferian mindsets, psychopath mindsets, DID mindsets. It's teaching us how to protect ourselves and to be healed and whole and live amongst these different particular mindsets. That's what Revelations is all about. The churches, the chakras, that's what it's all about. And it's not easy living a life of healthiness because it's easy to be toxic in the society. And they praise toxicity. They said in their songs and stuff, it's easy to be toxic in the society because it's acceptable. Then you fit in with everybody. Then you're understood. It take a hell of a person to have a whole lot of strength to be misunderstood and to keep going for it and keep being solid in who they are, being whole and healed, than for other people who are just weak. And that's what God is doing, separating the weak from the tear. It's a lot of weak people out here. And these people, Steve Noble, Stephanie P. Smith, the ones that's acting like and pretending like using magic as using other people's energies and transferring it onto themselves, it's only a matter of time before they're up too. God is going to show his people how to protect themselves against Stephanie P. Smith and Steve Noble. All the confusion magic, all the perception magic, all this different stuff that they're projecting onto the masses. God is going to clean that energy up too. So you have to understand, you guys have to be aware what you put out is what you're going to get back. We are not perishing for the lack of knowledge anymore. So don't play with us. We're standing in our power and we're confident about it. And even if we have a little setback here and there, God still got us because we're still learning. And if you want to continue to play for Satan, you go right ahead on. But remember, there's consequences. There's karma that comes with it. And when you end up with HIV, cancer, and all these things, oh, why me? No, don't say why me. Say you should ask yourself, when are you done? When am I going to change and be better for not only for myself, but for society? To help uplift the greater good. When are you going to do spiritual work that uplifts the greater good? When are you going to do sorry about that. That was my daughter. When are you going to do spiritual work that uplifts the people? It makes me feel so good when I know I've done stuff for people and I have not said stuff about it. I don't need praises. I don't need accolades to show. I mean, I will love it. Don't get me wrong. But I don't need it to show forth what I'm doing because it all comes in full circle in neat time. So when people doing negative energetic work to come on people's channels and comments and do all this other stuff, all this that has consequences. And a lot of times when people die in that energy, you come back and have an even harder life because you have to now the lesson that you already learned, you revoke that lesson and you chose to stuff that down into your lower self and just be the biggest demon you could be. So God is just going to give you the even bigger tasks to overcome. And you wonder why a lot of people live in poverty. A lot of people have this and that going on. I'm going to talk about that too. God showed me about that too. It's previous lifestyles. It's the karma that you got from the previous lifestyle. It's stuff that you did willingly that you knew was wrong. And you still participated into the activity. And it's just like, why? Like, it's like I went to a particular meeting today to sign my child up for an event, and these people were acting so petty and childish, and I knew they were under spell work or under some kind of negative energetic work, whether it be gossip or slander. And I just looked at it, and I like when you are so deep rooted in God like I am and in spirituality like I am, then you can see the enemy before they come. And people are like, oh, she didn't know. I know a lot of things. I just let people be people. I don't understand how You don't understand that. I cannot control you. I'm not finna sit up there and do all this, oh God, put prayer against you. All I gotta do is pray one time. You may get away with a little bit, but I ain't worried about that. That's on you. And people are like, oh, you didn't know this. Why do I need to know everything when God is here to know everything and know all, and he's protecting me? I don't need to know everything. I don't need to know all. And 9 times out of 10, I can feel it. I just ignore it. I be like, God, you handle that. That's too petty for me. Like, I don't even do that. And God be like, all right, because I don't do petty. Pettiness is really for people that like other people and like what they do. So, and they like it so much until they get jealous. And instead of the loving kind and just showing love, they get jealous and get in these negative energies. So they do petty stuff. And that's what these people that didn't even know me, were being petty. So I knew it was some kind of negative, energetic work, slander, or gossip. That's one of the devil's most favorite tactics to use, because it works effectively, especially on low vibrational people, and people who are ignorant of the fact or mature or lack maturity. And when I see 90, 70, and 80 and 60-year-old people participating in this stuff, it just, I be like, God, deal with that. Because I can't. Because why are you this old and you're not maturing? Why are you living and you still into this pettiness? I understand people have personalities, but it comes to a certain level that you just don't participate in certain things just out of respect for who you are as an individual, your age group. First of all, the pure group you're in. I can't go out like this. I can't, some people just don't have morals, don't have the self-respect, and don't have self-love. And this is why I am here. This is why I deal with so many people, and I'm able to put out so much content the way that I do and understand so much, is because I don't deal with pettiness. When you go to a certain level and people are like, I'm petty, and they proud themselves on being petty, but that's why they miss all the high vibrational energy, because you're too busy being petty. You can't understand or get past any pettiness because you're always on like, what they say, and gossip, until God can't even sit with you to get deep into your soul to pull something that's of a substance out of you, because you're too surface. You're too much into pettiness to even get good stuff out of this. And that's what's a lot of people who wishing AIDS, HIV, cancer, death on people. This is why it's happening to you, because you need to heal that part and push past that part and get some substance into your body. It's already in your soul. Pull it out of your soul and put it into your 3D body so that you can actually walk into that maturity in spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. And this is the reason why you see grown ass boys, grown ass girls. When I say grown ass, I mean body banging, cute, nice, and just immature as hell, that think they just gonna get back pretty on the last of the season. This flesh prettiness only lasts for a season. That's why I can get on here and wear a hat, or I can get on here and wear a wig, because it don't make me or break me. I'm still going to be me with the wig, without the wig, with the house, without a house, with the car, without a car. And that's solidity. That's because that's who I choose to be in the body of Christ, in my mindset. As respect the person for myself, as respect and love for myself, I choose to be a solid individual. When people come to me, they know they can trust me. They know I'm going to stand on my word. And if I don't, I'm going to be an adult and be like, hey, this happened. I'm going to actually reach out and be mature, an adult on every level. And if I can't do that, then that means emergency, something happened. And in due time, you will see. So when people slander and gossip and wish death, wish cancer, and then they end up doing it, then they want all the pity in the world. I cannot pity you because God is dealing with you. I cannot pity your cancer. And it's not to say that I want you to have cancer. It's not that. But I know what you did spiritually and what you sit in your house and do. God allows me to see it. I cannot pity you. Like I got the cure, the answers that God told me to give you. I'm not doing it. I'm not pitying you because I'm tired of it. As a human being, the human side of Shaquita is like, when they're going to learn. Now, you can go to God. God is all forgiving all day long. But it comes to a certain point to me. It's like, when you going to stop? Like you 30, you 31, you 20, you're 22, you're certain things that you shouldn't do. 30, 40, 50. Y'all, it's a lot of y'all that's I'm petty. You too grown to be being petty. Like you getting gray hair, Mr. Miss. Who? You getting gray hair? Hello? Don't you think it's time to be, you can stop being petty now. And then when I get petty with them, my petty is on a whole nother level. It's not even, it really is. And then if I get on that level, then they, ooh, whew. You know, because when I touch you. Like I touch you. It's unforgettable. You're going to think about that for a while. That's why I choose to be loving. Like every day I get up and I choose to continue on my spiritual path. I can get up and choose to be a demon one day. I can. But it'll offset my work, offset what all I have done and all the healing I've done. Why would I want to do that one day and offset all the stuff I have done, all the positive? Then I got to rebuild all over again. And I'm not into rebuilding nothing when I already learned that lesson. I already learned it. It's solidified in my soul. I'm not going to regurgitate it. That's how I understand how people can be turned into a reprobated mind. How can you allow yourself to be reprobated? Because at the end of the day, that means you're doing something against your own soul, against your own self, and you know better, but you just refuse to do better. To me, that's laziness. To me, that's stupidity, because you're capable of learning, but you choose to be ignorant. And to me, that's what stupidity is. That's the very meaning of stupidity, because you're comfortable being low vibrational, you're comfortable being petty. And so many people comfortable being petty to grown-ass people, 40, 50-year-old people comfortable being petty. And yes, I'm coming for all of y'all, because it's just like, when are you going to stop? And people are like, oh, I'm just going to keep my mouth closed. I'm not. Not today. Today you're going to get it. You can get it. Straight like that. You can get it. So it's just like, I can see you young and you doing all this craziness. Like, you know, even the city girls are growing up. Like, come on. Like, cool. Like, they even growing up and maturing and doing better. Like, so, like, I just don't understand when you're 40 and 50 and 60 and you're participating in activities that is like, what? Like, it don't even match. You don't even match. At least stay to yourself and don't let nobody know you're like that. Because, baby, it's offsetting. It really is. And then the people that are intelligent with it, the people that sit up in the office, those are the ones that's even more offsetting, because they do it in a way that they think they can't get caught. But then when I know how to articulate myself and put you in your place, then you want to get mad. And then when I'm long-winded, they want to get mad. Like, what you mad for? You still being petty. You're just doing it in a discreet and more sophisticated way. It's the same behavior. Like, Mr., Miss, we see you. Come out there. We see you riding around. The door ain't even closed. You in the closet and the door ain't even closed. And the light on. We see you clearly. Just stop it. Like, we see you. Like, the door is not closed and the light is on and we see you. We know who you are. We know where you live. We know your cell phone. We know. Just stop. All you got to do is stop. And it's so easy. I guess it's because it's easy for me. Like, I don't waste my time. When you learn about energy, I don't like to waste my energy on pettiness. To me, pettiness is beneath me, because I'm not a bitter person. And I know I'm capable of anything. And I know by God said I can have anything in this world that I want. So why would I want to just be petty? Oh, let me manifest pettiness. Like, who does that? And when you put it in a logical sense, it make people think about what they do, and they tend to straighten up most of the time, unless they can't get rights. They can't get rights. Usually have had something happen to them as a child, and they can help it, but it's easier to go to that behavior because that's all they know. And not saying that that we should have pity on them, but that's the only comprehension that I can get from it. If you can tell that I'm a logical person, and yet I'm very behavior analytical too, and I'm emotionally intelligent. So I combine the three and I assess people accordingly. You get what I'm saying? And just assessing these people these days, these grown people that's in these businesses and schools and different places, these are grown ass children. They're not adults. They're adults in age, but in maturity level, they're grown ass people with degrees. And it's like, could you be your degree, please? Could you be that all the way, not part of the way? Can you use your soft skills and your hard skills at the same time and your maturity? Can we get all that? Can we get more well-rounded business professional individuals? Yeah. And then when you put them in their place and they think that you don't know, like a lot of people take me for being stupid or slow or dumb, and I'm neither. I have my degree. I have a little bit of college on me. I have 60 college credits. You get what I'm saying? I'm not stupid, slow, or dumb. I'm very capable of learning, as you can see. And so when I'm well articulate, and I'm very, because I can say stuff in a way in which I am my tone is very clear and it's very calm. It's not aggressive, and I can still say some smart ass ish, and it will cut you down to size. My mouth used to be way worse before I was aware of my gifts. My mouth was way worse, and so I've toned down a lot. But it's still there. I can still go back and utilize that when I get ready. That's a part of the healing we do. When you learn and you heal and you grow, you can go assess and go back at any time you get ready. And you can come back and integrate it into something so beautiful. And that's what I've learned. And people don't understand how I can be this way. It's because I used to be another way and I continue to grow. And then I know what you're doing. That's how I know what you're doing, because I've been around it. I dealt with it. And I've been triggered by it. And now I'm not triggered by it no more. And I just know who you are. So I put you in your place when need be. And I'm patient. I'll let you be you for a good minute. I will. You could be you for a good little minute. And I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to get triggered. And then when it's time for me to speak, I'm just going to speak on it. Because I'm not bitter. It's you with the issue. So I'm not going to give you time to give my blood pressure up. I'm not going to give you that time. My blood pressure is not going to go up by anything that you do. Because that's on you. So I'm good at returning energy, even in a sense where I'm not like, praying to return energy. It's just, this is yours, and this is mine, and this is what I can control, and this is what you need to handle. And I'm very good at that. So it's a lot of us black women that are good at that, because we've dealt with so many shitty people. Excuse my French, but it just is what it is. I don't care if this video get monetized or not. But it just is what it is. We've dealt with and how can black people be so strong? But we have to be. If black women ain't strong, who gonna be strong? Huh? They always want us to be bitter, angry. Okay, I don't have my hair done. I put on my hat, my beanie, because it's comfortable. People think that I'm like, she's sad or she's in mourning, she's having a bad hair day. No, it brings me comfort to wear it. When I'm wearing it, it's out of comfortability. And one day I have on my wig because I wanted to come out of my comfortability that day. I wanted to challenge myself. When I wear my beanie, I'm in comfortability. I'm comfortable. And I don't care what you think. My face is still cute. I'm still gonna be cute inside and out. My features is not gonna change because I change my hair. Just the way you look at me is gonna change because I changed my hair. And see, people that are so used to what others say can't do that, and I'm not used to what God has cleaned that out of me. That's why I can go in and out those energies. That's the reason why I can do that. The reason why I can do that is because God has cleaned it out of me. I don't have those societal standpoints. That's why I can walk outside with a beanie on one day, and walk outside with a wig on one day, walk outside with a fully braided head and take it down the next, and still be okay with me, because it's just a hairdo. It's just a hat. It's comfortability. It doesn't make me who I am. It's just how you perceive me. And how you perceive me is a big deal of what goes on the inside of you and not me. See, I've learned those lessons, and that's why I can play with my energies. And I like being in those. I don't like being in a box. So I don't expect for everybody one day to say, she's always going to have her hair did. I'm not. Oh, she's gonna always have on that hat. I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna go with whatever I want to go with for that day. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna put a wig on so they can see me in a different. No, it's not. That's I wear a wig because that's how I want. That's what I wanted to wear that day. That's what I wanted to do. And a lot of people don't do that, and they say, "Oh, I do this for me," and they really don't. They really don't do it for themselves. They do it for how other people are perceive them. And I'm not a superstar. I'm not on TV. I'm not a celebrity, so I can do that. And people want to laugh and pick, and that's okay. You can, but just know that that's not gonna move me. It's not gonna do nothing for me. It's just gonna show me where you stand in life, and mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So thank you for that assessment. And that's how I look at things. And people, I know people get upset with me and don't understand me, but this is what it's like when God has cleaned out those particular, whatever he wants to clean out of you, those particular societal standpoints and views, especially on looks, especially as a black woman. If I want to wear my fro, I'm going to wear it. If I want to wear a wig, I'm going to wear it. If I want to wear a beanie every day, then if I want to wear the same beanie every day, which I don't, I have like 3 or 4 black beanies and people think it's the same, but that's just what they think. They don't know me. And if you get to know me, you be like, oh, people, and they talk to me, they be like, oh, because everything I do in a particular way, and it all is for a purpose. It's never for how somebody views me. How you view me is how you view me. But when you get to know me, you'll see the real me. If you don't get to know me, then okay, that's just, you can keep it. It's not gonna do nothing for me, or that's not gonna pay my bill. That's not gonna do. It's just an opinion. And when you take go take a number 2, you could just take the tissue wipe and you could drop that opinion down in the toilet with that. That's how I feel about it. So, I got a little bit off subject, but, and you know what I'm talking about, you guys. This a video I just felt free, and God told me to do something different and to put out that message about my enemies. And, well, not even my enemies. I guess it's my enemies that God was telling me about. I just picked up on the message. So, yeah, that's what these people were doing. They were wishing death and cancer, and now their kids are dying. They're having cancer. They're trying to get their family members to break these curses, but it's not a curse. It's karma, and karma can't be broken. You can only deal with karma, and that's why it can't be broken. God said it's not going to be broken because it's not a curse. It's karma. It's what you manifested in your life. So you have to be very aware of energy that you're sending out to other people. That being said, I'm out. Peace.